psychic intellect and made you my puppet.
It's a bullseye! And here's your host, Jim Boyd!
Perhaps today is a good day to die. Prepare for running speed!
Sir, there's another starship coming in. It's the Enterprise.
Bone, your shoulder bone connected to your neck bone, your neck bone connected to your head bone. Now hear the word of the Lord. Them bones gonna walk around.
Take a base of action. Green group, steer across the holding sector of each other.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
It's a trap.
.007 Triple X.
Bond, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British end up, sir.
Nobody does.
Sorry if I scared you. You'll like this bit.
Yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Sorry, I was just lost in thought, right? As we're getting ready to start. Oh, very late, I am, as you guessed it, I am cream crackered, but I am cream crackered in all new ways. So much has happened. Holy shit. I mean, so much has happened. The world's changed. World changed in a massive and I think permanent way since we last spoke, right? So much has happened. This is going to be more of a chill stream. I got 3 things I really need to go over. I'm not going to get to all 3, right? We're going to do the Charlie Kirk thing. Mixed in with that, the Tommy Robinson March. Because I think it's very much mixed into that. I really want to review Doctor Who. I haven't even opened it up yet, this one, because who gives a shit, right? What's gone horribly wrong today? I have to tell you, PD Rich, I think things are just going so incredibly well. I mean, other than, the massive tragedy and mourning that we're in globally, right? I mean, genuinely, I think we're in global mourning, right? It's a very strange phenomenon, right? I can't remember. I mean, I don't think there's ever been anything like this before. Right, I don't think there was a figure like Charlie Kirk before, right? I mean, he's very. Listen, he would like to hear this. He's very Christ-like, right? He is. He's like, how old was Christ when he died? He was like 33. See, look, I'm a Jew. I don't know these things, right? I don't know these things. I like that, But man, it really shocked me, right? So we had that happen. I got, before we get to it, why am I so tired? So it's next Monday night, I believe, is the Jewish New Year, which is essentially when reality reboots, right? That's the way. It's a good way of explaining it, right? If you ever seen the movie Dark City, right, where people's entire circumstance change overnight, that's kind of what the New Year is for us Jews. I think for non-Jews as well, that you can remake yourself in any on a very primal spiritual level. You can remake yourself into whatever you want to be. You just got to want it, right? Yeah. There's in Psalms there's a line that says in Hebrew, he holds out his hand. God holds out his hand and gives you whatever it is you want, what you deeply want, right? And if you, this is a good time of year to introspect about how we can be better, stronger people, and I think we are doing that, right? I think again the world has changed so much since last time. Anyway, so starting last night, though, backing track a little bit more, right? So on Thursday, right? The Thursday, we'll go all the way back. We'll go back to as I finished my last stream, Wednesday night, right? So as I finished my last stream, it's I'm about to get up from the computer and I just see a new. I was on Twitter, right? And I saw that Charlie Kirk got shot. I was like really scared, right? I was surprised how affected I was. And it was only like 30 seconds old. The tweet was like, what's going on? And so I started praying. It was time for the evening prayer anyway, right? Jews have three set prayer services: the morning prayer, the afternoon prayer, and the evening prayer. So I was about to do the evening prayer anyway, but I prayed then. I think a lot of the world was praying right then, right? Because I saw the second video when you saw the blood come out of his neck, right? And I was like, hey, that's not good. I thought the only way he could have survived that is a miracle, right? And I believe in miracles. I do, right? I do. I believe in miracles can happen, right? Genuinely, I do. So I was like, man, maybe God's going to turn this around and like give us a real miracle, and we'll be astounded. And then he was in stable condition. They said, I was like, oh my God, thank God. Oh, right. And I started to chill out. I started watching Mad Men, and then the flash came through that he died. And sadly, I mean, strangely, I was less. I was, it didn't hit me right away, even though I heard the news, right? I honestly, I haven't really processed it because I can't believe he's not there. He was a real part of my life. And man, I have so much respect for Charlie Kirk. I mean, like, I really, he's not just brilliantly intelligent, right? But so honest and deeply wanting to reach his highest theological heights just by being a good person, right? And by extolling the values of Christ, of Christianity. And I'm a fucking Jew. I'm a rabbi, right? And I'm going, and he inspired me. And he did. Man, his faith inspired me, right? The purity of it, the clarity of it. So it's really hit hit me hard, right? And then but then the next day, right, I was off on vacation. We had a great vacation. It was actually kind of good to get away at the time, right? Although I spent way too much time on social media, but that's actually kind of the point. We went away. It was here. I'll show you our Facebook post. It was me and my kids spouses and our two dogs. Second, where's the post we put on the Facey books? I've got. I posted all the Charlie Kirk stuff. There we go. Yeah, we'll start with that one. Hang on, doink, share screen. There you go. First, okay, so it was our 20-year Aliyah. Come back. 20-year anniversary of moving to Israel. It's called Making Aliyah, moving up theologically, right? And so we have a thing. Tzvi Lebetkin. We went on vacation to Paris and to Rome and Italy. When the kids were smaller, and we all did I got them to do the Tzvi Lebetkin sign, right? So that became our thing. Tzvi Lebetkin. 20 years later, and we're still sababa. That's a keyword. We should have said 20 years later, and we're now at arson, which is like white trash. Anyway, so we rented out this house, and you could just see the pool there. It was great. It was like a little compound. It was just the right size. In fact, we decided when we move, this is the sort of house we want. We want a pool like this. Just the right size. It had 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How am we? 1, 2. Yeah, 3 bedrooms, right? So my boys are married and they're now out there. They had a rough week as well. My son, the younger one, the one on the end, his tank got destroyed about a week ago when he trained the person in it. But it was great. They just had a good time playing by the pool, and it was lovely. Man, it was lovely. I mean, it was really, really, really nice. And we had the dogs with us. I did it, and it was great because the whole thing was enclosed, so the dogs just kept running around. They had a fantastic vacation, right? And here, so that, this is us with the t-shirts. So anyway, last night we what was it? We so we stayed there Thursday night, Friday night, and then we had Sabbath there, and it was again lovely. Oh God, so nice. So much food. My wife made so much food. Anyway, speaking of food, Rosh Hashanah is coming. Jewish New Year. That's a food fest in itself. Anyway, so then we came back, and my wife. I went in the car with my daughter and my younger son and his wife. So I want to get back early so I can be on downstream at 10, which is 8 o'clock UK time. And so we're going fine, right? And like an hour later, my wife hasn't left yet. They can't get the car to start. And it's like a nightmare, right? Eventually, it was something stupid, like it was in neutral. It was stopped for an hour and a half. It was like, anyway. But the point is this. I normally on Sundays, I'm a basket case, so I'm up too late doing Dan's show. But this week, right, we start a new prayer service. You got to have 4 full days of saying this before the new Jewish New Year. So you have to start on Saturday night. So this year it's going to be like a week and a half. So we started last night, and you got to start after about like 12:30. Right? It's going to be after theological midnight. Right? And I said, okay, so I'm just a zombie, a zombie right now. Like, after this, I'm going straight to bed. Right? I'm going straight to bed. But man, yeah. So the Charlie Kirk thing. It was a good way to decompress with that, and like so many emotions go through you, right? Because you can't help but not think of his wife and his children. Especially there's a clip right on when he's on Fox News of one of his little kids just running up to hug him, and you go, look, a lot as good has come from his assassination. I don't want to pretend like. So much good has come from his assassination. So much just goodness has come from it. And also, so much truth has come from it. People have revealed exactly who they are. All right? But there's been genuine good come from it. I think there's going to be genuine. Theological midnight. That's okay. So the theological clock is you take all the nighttime hours and you divide them into 12, right? And then you take all the daytime hours and divide them into 12. So some parts of the year, an hour could be like an hour and 10 minutes. Other parts of the year, an hour could be like 52 minutes, right? So theological midnight is the middle of the nighttime hours, right? He won't be gone as long as his memory remains. Is a very Jewish thought. That's very true. But I think the goodness that his assassination has brought to the world might be enough to generate enough goodness that we could tip through to a messianic age, right? That we could like burrow through. But like once you get to messianic age, nobody knows what this means or when it happens. You also have the raising of the dead. So I would just like him back with us. Really, I'm selfish, but like I'd like him back with his wife. I'd like him back with his kids. Right, and it's just tragic. The whole thing is tragic. I feel terrible for the father of the shooter. I feel bad for the shooter. I feel like he's a victim as well. As a victim of this insanity, this leftist insanity. So that's really the interesting thing. That's what this assassination has done. It has shown everybody exactly who you are, right? And the leftists are terrible people, right? It's just like objectively terrible people, right? They celebrated it immediately, and it's because they have no moral value. I mean, honestly, the modern left, like don't get me wrong, left-wing politics is where I normally lean to, right? Progressivism and left-wing is where is my norm, what I'm much more happy with, right? I'm much more interested in going into new things and new places and progressing. But man, it's got to be done with wisdom. And that's what's lost today. We've lost all wisdom. And so when you progress around wisdom, instead of building great societies, you have, crime-ridden shitholes and chicks with dicks, right? Which is where we are, and that's really it showed the wokies. Doesn't show them because they are in denial I've never seen of how shitty they are, right? How much grace they lack, and it's terrible, right? And it's terrible. Look, the first thing it showed us about the wokies is they have a 3-point because they can't debate. They have a 3 standard system attack, right? Firstly, they try and silence you with magic words. They say, racist! Racist! I cast you racist! And now you will be spurned from society. Right? And those magic words had a lot of power until very recently, right? Until people would just say, fuck off. Like, I think obviously they've lost the wokies. They've lost political power. And not in England, but they have. I mean, look, honestly, the only reason that Nigel Farage will not be the next prime minister is that he's too left wing. Right? Can you imagine? Imagine saying that something like a year ago, right? And this is clearly a result of 10 years of calling everybody Nazis. Right, it's here. What's this? Yeah, this is something I shared recently, and it's just so incredibly right. Yes, great. I don't recall Republicans calling Democrats Nazis, racists, bigots, white supremacists, fascists, or a threat to democracy non-stop for 10 fucking years. So you can take your both sides have violent rhetoric, BS, and shove. Exactly. We're done. We're done pretending that we're equals. We're not. And the weird thing is, the reason they spent so much time with their faux morality looking down at us. Oh, well, you cling to your Bible and your guns, remember? Well, how much they've looked down at everyone, right? They what's it doing? That's better. Is because they are so morally inferior. And they are. I mean, look, again, here is Donald Trump upon hearing the news of Ruth Bader Ginsburg death. Now, Ruth Bader Ginsburg was a stone in his shoe, a thorn in his side. She was behind pretty much every impeachment effort, against him. He had every reason to absolutely hate her. This is him hearing the news of her death for the first time, and this is how a decent human being reacts, right? A decent human being.
Yeah.
Music playing in the background is not been put over it.
She just died? Wow. I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time. She led an amazing life. What else can you say?
Yes, just be gracious. Don't dance with glee. Do you understand how shitty and awful that makes you look? Right? Just be gracious. Look at this man.
She was an amazing woman. Whether you agreed or not, she was an amazing woman who led an amazing life. I'm actually saddened to hear that. I am saddened to hear that. Thank you very much.
You know why I'm saddened to hear that? Because Ruth Bader Ginsburg, thorn in his side was a great American. Was a great American who broke down boundaries and made things that were impossible possible, right? And that's why I think he was genuinely sad, about it. But again, we've lived with coming up on a decade of Nazi, and I can't believe how people argue with me about this on Facebook. I'm like, where have you been? It's like, oh no, there's rhetoric on both sides. Excuse me. No. Have you not noticed the absolute devastation of all media because they couldn't stop calling Donald Trump a Nazi? Right? Did you not notice that, that nobody watches late night TV show? And, was there a late night TV show that anybody who didn't think Donald Trump was a Nazi could go to? No. Was there anywhere in the media that anybody who didn't think Donald Trump was a Nazi could go to? No. And that's why they had to create an alternate media, and they did. And thank God for that. And now they're gone. Now the legacy media is dead. They've destroyed themselves. And one of the main people who developed alternative media was Charlie Kirk. So, yeah, look, their first offense is using magic words to silence you. So here, let's have a look at this, for example.
Father was a Holocaust survivor, to take my brother and I to Speaker's Corner, and we would listen to the worst anti-Semitic bile, and he'd say to my brother, you see, in this country, this is a gift of this country, this man can say what he wants. The tragedy and the situation we're in now is that every time someone like Charlie Kirk goes on, or did, go to a college campus, or if it's somebody you disagree with on the left or the right, what are they? What do they become? A Nazi.
Yeah.
Where they fly a British flag, they're a Nazi, or an...
Nobody calls anybody on the left a Nazi, even though they are Nazis, right? They are. Nobody. There is no, like, global cabal calling them Nazis.
English flag. Now, what's the response to a Nazi? This is a very easy binary. They are a morally wicked person, and if you're a deranged individual, what do you do to cure that problem? And so the conversation now doesn't exist in a space of goodwill anymore.
But that's also
it exists in
about
destroying people.
Yeah, but that's part of also about what do we...
Yeah, good morning, Brent. Actually saying something, making sense. Good for them. But again, Harry's sister. That's a common post. Charlie Kirk is a sick, racist piece of trash. How's he racist? Like again, the man had so much grace. I just saw him love everyone, right? And that doesn't mean you pretend that everything they're doing is good or you agree. He was very honest. He told them the truth. Right, but like, okay, I mean, he's a devout Christian, and the Old Testament very clear that same-sex relations, they do not look kindly upon them, right? And yet he had lots of very good gay friends, right? Dave Rubin, for example, and they went at him and his wife went out with Dave Rubin and his husband, right? So how did that happen? Because Charlie Kirk understands that those commandments in the Bible are personal commandments to do with one's personal connection to God, right? It doesn't, like, you don't judge somebody upon them. It's none of your business, right? Honestly, that cannot be the barometer of what's a good or a bad person, right? And that was insane. But like. And, again, I think that's because he adhered so clearly to the will of God, right? The will of the Gospels, right? That is to love everyone, and which means treat everyone with respect. And I have never seen him treat anybody without respect. I didn't get pissed off with people, but I've never seen him treat anybody without respect. And he is. It will take a lot to get him pissed off, right? Yeah, and I just think there's incredible kindness in him. Like, he went on the whatever podcast where it's got basically all the, OnlyFans hookers. And he was like, he just wished them to have a better, happier life because he knows their life's going to be shitty, right? Selling their body, right? Like, they know that's not a recipe for a happy life, and he cared about them, even though he did, he was so empathic, right? Sick. What makes him sick? Racist piece of trash. Just put a clown hood on already, Charlie. I mean, again, that's a call to violence. And this is the absolute norm, right? They use their magic words, right? Their magic words to stop you, to depower you, right? And when that doesn't work, they lie, right? Which is what he's doing now. Just lie and lie and lie. So the trouble with Charlie Kirk is, he could always dismantle the lies and do them so expertly. Where is it? Over here. Charlie Kirk debating the best, and I'm not joking, the best of British higher education.
Pounds right now. If you could tell me the U.S. citizen that was deported under Donald Trump, you said that twice. Yeah, the U.S. citizen that was deported under Donald Trump. Can anyone tell me? 1,000 pounds. I'll give it to you right now. Yeah, name? Wrong, not a U.S. citizen. Citizen El Salvador. Anyone else? U.S. citizen, deported under Trump. Nope, that was a lie. You should know better than that. You go to Oxford. So
again, they lie all the time. They don't know how much they lie because they just lie and lie and lie and lie. I was in a Facebook fight. I don't know. I wouldn't call it a fight with someone, and he started saying Charlie Kirk literally said that he doesn't believe in empathy, right? And then I showed him what Charlie Kirk actually said, and he still wouldn't back down.
That is a correction. Number two, can you tell me when it comes to Charlottesville, something that you said when Donald Trump said that there were people on both sides, he was actually talking about the statue debate, not what you said. So that's a hoax. That's line number two. Oh, yeah, you said that somebody over here said something about Pete Hegseth being nothing more than a TV host.
Again, they don't know how much they lie. They lie as easily as they breathe.
You should also mention that he was a service member of the military. Nope. Sorry, I'm going to talk uninterruptedly. Thank you. Service member and was a decorated war hero. Funny you didn't mention that. Oh, yes, January 6th came up multiple times.
They love January 6th. Oh, because that's their one. Because if they lose the January 6th umbrella to hide behind, there's nothing they got left to pretend there's any moral equivalency. That's why they hold to it so incredibly tightly, right?
From, you tried your best, but from you and from the opposition. It's not an insurrection. You called them all rioters. It's funny. A small percentage of the people that were actually there on January 6th did anything violently. The vast majority walked into the Capitol building after they were invited. Also, back to your point, I certainly hope Reform and AFD wins. So I hope that it's not to teach Trump a lesson that he goes too far. We'll get to that in a second. Finally, the Donald Duck, really, like, what was that all about? What is this jar? I have no idea what you're talking about in the back of the room. It's like, it's completely lost on me. So I don't know what that's all about. Also, on the Canadian border, the professor failed to mention that the Canadian border was closed. President Trump said fentanyl and the amount of terrorists that are coming across the Canadian border.
They need these lies, right? Again, that's why they use their magic words of power to stop you getting this far. Because they need the lies then to hold on to. And then you have a Charlie Kirk there who comes and dismounts the lies. Simply. Without, again, not only is he, theologically brilliant, right? His wife saying, I imagine me lying in the arms of Jesus right now. I'm sure he is and saying, well done. But honestly, there's a Jewish New Year coming up. Everything can change. Everything can change. We can have a messianic era. We could have a resurrection of the dead. Man, he deserves it. He deserves to stick around and grow old, right? I want to live in a world where that happens, right? Is it going to happen? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But wouldn't it be great if it did?
Which the most terrorists that come into America come across the Canadian border on the terrorist watch list. You did not mention that. And finally, Professor, you never heard of it in South Africa. Interesting. You never heard of it.
And you've never heard of the white genocide? Again, these are lies they've wrapped themselves in for years and years and years, and they need the lies, right?
That the fact that a major political party in South Africa says, quote, kill the Boers, I would expect more of somebody who wrote a dissertation and teaches here at Oxford to say that you would not know about the attempted slaughter and genocide of white South Africans. I never went to university. I take that as a great compliment. So therefore, everyone who went to university should be able to run circles around me. You'll be the judge, but I'll do my best.
You did your best, and it was pretty darn good, Charlie. It was pretty darn good. So that's how you had to go to Nazi, and then when the words and then when the lies don't work, there's only violence. That's the only thing that's left. So anyway, so people were a practical personal result of this of mine was I'm friends with Ian Levine, I love Ian Levine, like a genuinely good, a great person, does so much for fandom, so much for me personally. Like, he saved so much in Doctor Who. The early, we would have no clue what they were without it, right? He's dedicated his life to reviving them, and he's a fun guy, right? Oh man, Ian Levine, he is exactly what Ian. There's no pretense with Ian Levine. I love Ian Levine, right? He is deep Trump derangement syndrome. If you look at his Facebook page, it's like, and I feel bad for him. I never got in his face about it, which most people I normally do, because I like and I respect him. I love Ian Levine, which I didn't get. And then I saw him posting stuff about Charlie Kirk, about how Charlie, is this terrible person. And so I sent him a private message. I said, "Oh, Ian, mate, this is really, really despicable. A man is dead, a young father. I've only ever seen him. And I've seen a lot of him. I've only ever seen him being kind and gracious to everyone, right? You really should take down your posts, apologize, right, and have empathy, right? No. And it's not him. I mean, again, it's the damn Trump derangement syndrome, right? They can't see beyond it, right? They can't see beyond. So anyway, I unfollowed him because it made me too sad seeing him say this stuff, right? Which is detached from reality. So one of the things that I say is Charlie Kirk says he hates empathy. And now I was like, what? He's one of the most empathetic people I've ever known. Well, didn't know him, right? But I have it. So they use it. I can't stand empathy. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term, and it does a lot of damage, right? That's why they cut the quote off, right? He sounds like a bit of a dick. Sympathy is a better word because empathy means you can actually feel what another person felt, and no one can feel what another person feels. So yeah, he's not saying screw you. I hate the idea of empathy, but again, they lie and they lie and they lie and they lie. Right, it's incredible, right? It's absolutely, absolutely incredible. But again, I'll say there's so much good that's come from this, and the good I define as there's been so much more awareness and love of God, right? People have been much more open about their love of God. I keep saying, look, I'd love to see a resurrection of the dead and Charlie Kirk come back, and I know it's impossible. I'm not saying it's possible, but here's the thing. I posted this on my Facebook recently as well. So I wish I remember who I heard it from. I was like just scrolling through my YouTube, and I heard the first 10 seconds, which was this phrase, and I thought, well, that's brilliant. And this phrase was, "Don't tell God how great your problems are. Tell your problems how great God is." Right? I think God is great, and I understand there's a lot of you out there aren't religious, atheists, whatever. Right, this is my personal, worldview, which I would never, impose on anyone else. Yeah, but it is my worldview. And one of the reasons I have I'm not cowed to say it is because I think of the example of Charlie Kirk, right, who was never ashamed of his beliefs. Anyway, so we've had these visuals go up everywhere.
Raised with the fear and the admonition of the Lord, I pray, Lord, that they would be powerful people of God. And Lord, I ask that you will touch everybody right now, Lord God, in our government that knew him. Lord, he left it.
Again, I'm not Christian, right? I'm very religious, right? I'm not Christian. Right, and this is a very different type of prayer experience than what I'm used to. But there's so much power in this, right? There's so much yearning for God right now, and I really, again, from a Kabbalist perspective, at this time of year, it's very good, right? It's very, 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 very good. We can, if you listen to his stuff and you liked it, I beg of you to take on one thing to make yourself better, right? In memory of him, and however small it is, or however big it is, right? Whatever it is, like I know if you're not anti-God, try praying every now and again. Try, because that's the thing God wants most, right? What does God want? Why does he do all this? To have a relationship with us, to have a loving relationship with us, right? Because again, where do I agree with Charlie Kirk entirely? Because his whole essence was that God is love, right? And and God is reality, and so fundamentally, that's my worldview.
Impact on our president, which is why he flew him back in Air Force 2. Praise.
Yeah, here. We can find the clip of that. JD Vance. It's just. These things are so sad. They're painful, right? They're so painful. One second. JD Vance there. Do I do? Oh, here it is. And again, look, it gives you so much respect for JD Vance as well. Well, there's a lot of unknown in the Jewish world. Is JD Vance anti-Semitic or not? I'm hoping not, right? I'm hoping not. Trouble is, you never know. You never know.
God, that our president realizes what a man he was. And I ask right now, Father, for you to bless all of those people in high places to recognize that this one man that stood up and believed in Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior and would not give up and was martyred for that cause was a...
You know, I have to say, I'm doing something right now because the Jewish New Year's coming, right? And I'm somewhat confronting a number of people over their incredibly anti-God behavior, right? And people who consider themselves religious. Like there's, we had this, like, again, I believe firmly that the reason that October 7th happened is because we Jews, right? We talk shit about each other, right? And we do it so endemically, right? Like if we hate each other, why shouldn't God stop stop people who hate us, right? What's it called again? Mida Keneged Mida. It's like, it's kind of, there's a justice there, right? That's what that phrase means. So 5 years ago we had this rabbi who I think became mentally ill, but he started like violating that very, very publicly. I mean, towards me, especially. And so there's a couple of people that I'm like confronting this. Your rabbi is going, you're a rabbi. You actually wrote a book on these laws of interpersonal relationships and speech, right? And when you saw very clearly all this Jewish law being very violated, primal Jewish law, you didn't say anything. You didn't go and open up a book of Jewish law with a rabbi and said, "This what you're doing is forbidden." No, you're a coward. You're a coward, and you looked at your toes. Right, and it was moral cowardice that I couldn't believe. Right, shocked me to my core. Now, cowardice, as Charlie Kirk, cowardice and bravery, as Charlie Kirk really demonstrates. Right, it's an expression of one's belief and connection to God. Right, because if you believe God is real, right, then there's unpleasant things that can happen, right? You could get shot. There's things that you don't want could happen. Nothing bad is going to happen, right? Everything is in the design of God, and God loves all of us. That's what and that's where bravery comes from. I mean, from a religious bravery, which he had, right? And cowardice comes from a lack of that. And man, I've seen a lot of cowardice, right? And I've seen a lot of bravery from Kirk.
Man of courage. He was a man of integrity. And I ask right now, please, Lord.
I think there's a lot of good that's been going on. And not least the realization that the wokers are the worst people in the reality. They're just absolutely terrible people. I mean, you had the head of the Oxford Union who debated him and lost horribly. Right? Look at that again. Look at this idiot little kid. Right? Charlie Kirk got shot. Let's fucking go. I mean, look at this loser. Right? This DEI experiment, who is only where he is because of his skin color and his haircut. Right? And his politics. Right? It's like, do you have any idea how bad this makes you look? Right? Do you have any conception what a shit you look? But again, they've lived on a diet of this bullshit, right? From Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans are a threat to the very soul of the country. Donald Trump is a great threat to our democracy. And I'm not surprised he was nearly assassinated twice, right? And yet everything they accuse everybody else of is what they do constantly, right? Because I think it's just got too much now, and I think it's all over to a great extent. But again, it's what should we go to next? So there have been like just shockingly awful things happen. Hang on a second, what's that other page I was looking for? Oh, yeah, let's pull this up for a second before we move on. And share screen. It's always important to look at the pages you've opened up because you might want to talk about them. Charlie Kirk destroyed him in the Oxford Union debate. Yes, he did. Now the New Oxford president is appearing to celebrate Charlie's death. Well, yes, because these people have absolutely no personal morality whatsoever. The left has absolutely no personal morality whatsoever. They are disgusting, right? And again, we're done pretending you're anything other than disgusting. Next one on his Instagram account, and of course, they won't punish him in any way. But yeah, and he's like, oh, this guy was like, armed resistance and violent against violent oppression. That's all okay, right? That's okay. But again, the other thing that's making the left seethe even more, and they're seething because they know how shitty they look, and they are seething. It's incredible how much they're seething, right? What's this one? We're gonna get to that next. Actually, yeah, we'll do this next, right? So this is disgusting, right? Check this out. Here, we got the video. Joy. Which one is it? Oh, I've got so many things here. Which one do you reckon it is? I think maybe that one. Let's go for this one. No, it's not that one. Oh, wait. Why don't I just go for, if I do this, I should get little pictures of them. Not Vigil. Did I not download it? I thought I downloaded it. Oh, no, this is it. Here we go. So check this out. And again, look at the people who he's dealing with here, right? Office Depot claims memorial posters propaganda.
We came in for an order earlier for...
I mean, look at these losers. Look at these filthy losers.
To print a poster for a vigil tonight?
Yeah, so
for somebody that passed? It's not
it's propaganda. I'm sorry. We don't put that.
It's propaganda. And how? How is a prayer vigil propaganda? Right? You're just a bigot. And you look like a bigot. And again, there's no way pretending you people aren't bigots anymore.
Alrighty. So, what's your name?
Carol, I'm print supervisor.
I'm one of the managers.
Yes.
So,
yeah, she's one of the managers. Spoiler warning, she's not anymore.
Unfortunately,
so they say they don't print political propaganda. So this is somebody that passed away a couple years ago.
That's political propaganda, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
So this is for a prayer tonight, for a prayer vigil?
Mm-hmm. It's still propaganda, unfortunately.
Still propaganda because I hate God. And that's really what it is. It's that they hate fucking God.
What makes it propaganda?
Because he's a political figure and I don't have to... Yeah.
Our general manager is going to be in on Monday. If you
No,
want to
it's
speak
totally
further
okay.
on
No,
the
we
subject,
have
you
lots-
are welcome to return.
But again, look at these purple. They're always purple-haired fucking weirdos. Look at this loser with idiot fucking hair, right? Fucking losers. Oh, they're disgusting. They're all fired now, by the way, right? And that's what's going down. And you know what? I've never liked cancel culture, but fuck me, I'm not going to shed a tear. I'm not going to shed a single tear. I would much rather live in a world where we didn't have cancel culture, right? I would much rather. I think it would be better for everyone. But that's not the world that they created. And they created this world, right? And I think it's delicious that they're finding out exactly what that world tastes like, right? Because right now they're finding out exactly what it's like if you're in 2019 and you said on Twitter that you didn't think women had penises, right? You're finding out exactly what that was like, right? As they face genuine consequence for this. So yeah, all those people have been fired. There's been a lot of people fired, and they're just shocked, beyond shocked, beyond shocked.
So I've lost my job. I got called into the office yesterday.
And I want to be clear. I'm not looking at this laughing and gloating. I generally feel for this woman's pain, right? No, genuinely, I do. All right, but I can't have any sympathy for her because this is the world they created, right? This is the universe you created.
And I kind of felt like something was off, but they called me in the office yesterday, and after I finished like half through the work, and told me that they could either fire me or I could put a resignation in, but that would look better. But they fired me, or they're getting rid of me because of my TikTok and the book post.
Being a vicious, malicious cunt. People don't like vicious, malicious cunts, generally speaking. And, nobody was being vicious and malicious when they said they didn't think women had penises, right? They were just like, no, that's not what I believe, right? And you treated us like saying arachnids in the UK was a shit script and politically stupid, right? That doesn't make you a fucking Nazi, which, all these purple-haired weirdos then got up there in their little fucking gangs to do. Right, I'm sorry. I would rather live in a world where there wasn't this righteous judgment going down on them, right? Where they didn't need it, right? But again, I think, the only way to really cure, there's several ways of curing, personality failings. Then these people have deep personality failings, right? Deep failings in morality. Right, it's through either introspection and work, and cleaving to God. Right, again, if you're Christian, cleave to Jesus. Right, if you're not, I guess cleave to God. Right, that really lifts you up and makes you into a better person. And that's actually true. Right, again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm certainly not proselytizing for Christianity. That's totally against the rules for rabbis. Right, totally. I remember there was an episode of Allo Allo where they had to have Nazi uniforms made by the resistance. And so they had tailors, Savile Row tailors make them. And they said, but they'd be made by Jews. I think that's against the rules in the Nazi party. But, again, I'm sorry this world's in the world of pain, but it's... The reason it's good is because it will lead to her being a better person, bottom line, right? And if she's a better person, she's going to be a happier and more fulfilled person, right? But yeah, look, fuck around, find out, baby.
Somebody screenshot a lot of my TikToks and wrote a nasty letter.
Darling, you wrote your own nasty letter, I'm afraid.
And in my Facebook, screenshot those and mailed them to the office, to my...
See, these people have lived in a cloud of delusion for years and years and years that they were morally superior whilst being deeply morally inferior. And now reality has come crashing down upon them, right? Reality has come crashing upon them.
Boss. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I got up early this morning and started throwing stuff outside to sell it. People's come, $1 here, $1 there. I just don't know.
It's easy if you can be part of society, isn't it, darling? Right? You shouldn't have been, again, the basic empathy. Donald Trump, who you say is Super Hitler, managed it about somebody who made his life miserable and tried to destroy him, right? You couldn't?
I don't know what to do.
Again, I hope she sorts it out. I hope she won't get something sorted out for herself.
I just know that this 2 years has been bad. It's been bad.
It's been bad if you're a crazy liberal. I agree with you there.
I mean, just one thing after another. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know. That's what I keep saying. I just don't know. It's not fair.
It actually is.
I think it's unfair. That somebody would be that malicious to do that.
Well, yeah, you're the malicious one. You're the one dancing on this guy is great. And again, what I really can't stand, people on Facebook say, "Oh, he was an bad, terrible person. Oh, did this and that," and they're wrong about freaking everything. Absolutely everything. And they are. They are wrong about absolutely freaking everything. Right? Amazingly so.
To me. I would never hurt anybody.
Well, no, you hurt a lot of people.
Not like that.
You did.
Not intentionally like that.
No, you did intentionally.
But somebody did that, and I think it's somebody that works in the office.
Yeah, probably somebody who was sickened by your absolutely vile behavior.
I mean, why? I'm nice.
No, you're not. That's what you got to say. You're not nice, right? You have to have objective standards of moral standards to be nice, and you don't.
I am a genuinely nice person. I'm nice to everybody.
Were you nice to Charlie Kirk? Were you nice to people who felt devastated by the loss? Because I did. I mean, again, I'm not even Christian. I'm genuinely devastated by it. Oh, man.
All I know is this 2 years has been super bad.
Yeah, because in the last 2 years, the world has been recovering from the filth that the insane woke world dragged us through, right? Look, okay, so there have been also people getting the same sort of news. They haven't dealt with it quite as well. Don't laugh, right? Don't laugh.
Fucking job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my fucking job. I was just fired from my fucking job. Now I have nothing but this. I have nothing but this website. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. Ah! 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 Ah!
And do you think people tried to help you before you ended up with nothing? Right? And you're busy calling them Nazis. Right? That's why. You got nothing because you just couldn't stop calling everybody else Nazis. And basically to cover up your own failed fucking life. So this guy, I think, nails it completely.
Starting to see a lot of videos online this morning of people that are losing their jobs because they, quote unquote, express their opinion. I just posted a video. Yeah, it's deeper than that. You didn't get fired because you expressed your opinion or posted a video. You didn't get fired for that. No, that's not why you got fired. No, you were fired because you showed that you lack zero compassion, zero empathy, and zero human decency.
Exactly.
That's why you were fired. You showed your employer who you really are.
And that's what's happening right now. And I think this is... I was saying woke is dying. Woke is dying. We all know woke is dying. If you want to try doing woke, good luck to you. But woke is dying in every way, shape, and form. Right? And this is, I think far more than assassinating Charlie Kirk. I think this killed the moral supremacy, the faux moral supremacy of the woke. Right? Because everyone's like, we're done pretending you people aren't disgusting shits. And we are done pretending that, right? You people are disgusting, hypocrite shits. And you make all of us sick.
And who they really hired. See, here's the thing. Your job is more than the skills that you possess. When you have that job, you're expected to do certain things. You're expected to treat your customers well. You're expected to treat your teammates well. You're expected to treat the people that you serve well. So you should really ask yourself this: why would an employer believe that you can actually show compassion and empathy to teammates, the customers, and the people that you serve if you couldn't do it online? Like, you made a video You bragged about not having compassion. You bragged about not having empathy. You bragged about not having human decency. You got yourself fired because you were pandering to a similar audience of like-minded people. You wanted clicks and likes. You probably wanted to go viral. You wanted to get noticed.
I didn't even consider that. That makes it even sadder, really.
And your employer noticed you. Job well done. Mission accomplished. See, here's the thing. Actions have consequences. And when you make a brand out of lacking empathy and compassion and human decency, don't be surprised when nobody wants to be associated with you.
Well, you know, they should be surprised because, again, they've had complete political and cultural power for best part of a decade, right? And they've hidden behind that forever, right? I don't think this guy's gloating. I think he's giving them a good message, which I hope they listen to.
I just gave you something to think about. Amen, I say to you.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, good for him. The next thing, and look, the constant culture is here big time, right? Here big time. And again, this is not the world I wanted, but I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to shed a single fucking tear, right? Apparently, Pete Hegseth has said anybody who's done a celebratory post celebrating this on in the military, their career's effectively over, and we see it happening, you know, all the way. Army Colonel Scott Stevens has been suspended following vile comments on this. What's he say? The death of Charlie Kirk in Utah was tragic. However, we can take comfort in the fact Charlie Kirk was doing what he loved best, spreading messages of hate, racism, homophobia, misogyny, lies, and more lies, and transphobia on college campuses. It also allows us to see who in our lives supports those views. And we see you. We see you, Scott. We absolutely do see you. I would offer my empathy, but I have none. But Charlie hated empathy. Again, he believed that lying quote, right? As we've been told in the wake of many tragedies, we have to move on. We can't make it political. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear you're moving the fuck on, right? Is a judge in Hampton County. He must resign. He said he spewed hate and division. Again, any of us, oh, man. Oh, I didn't expect to see that. In case you're wondering if there was non-stop exposing of evil demonic creatures on the left celebrating Charlie Kirk, the answer is hell no. Like I would play a clip from his wife. I'm going to start crying. No, she's brilliant. Oh, God. Right. Liberal justify Charlie murder with spreading hateful messages. Yeah, like, again, they lie and they lie and they fucking lie and they can't stop fucking lying. Donald Trump said employees celebrate Charlie's murder and tax orders on his. Look at this. And, you know, again, the hammer's coming down on all of them right now. They're all being fired. And these are just the ones being exposed. If you go back more, you start seeing the follow-up stories. Ah, man. It's probably a code enforcement officer within the city of Hempstead, Oregon. It's hilarious. Dead by gunshot. Again, these people are the worst, right? And frankly, thank God for President Trump. So seeing a massive smile on President Trump's face as the Patriots cheer support and freedom on a tough day. We should make all patriots happy. Leftists absolutely hate this. Yes, I'm sorry. Donald Trump. Here, let's look at this video. Donald Trump did what a president's supposed to do. He lifted a mourning nation, right? And he really did, right? He really did. Let's look at this.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam?
Like, he just loves America so much. I'm sorry. This guy loves America so much, for good reason. I think that's why Charlie Kirk loved him. I think that's why he loved Charlie Kirk, right? He came out very quickly with this, which I think was good.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. Before we begin, let me express the horror and grief so many Americans at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk have felt. Charlie was a giant of his generation, a champion of liberty, and an
honestly, I think I'm not qualified to judge, right? But like modern day Billy Graham, was he greater than Billy Graham? And again, I got so much respect for Billy Graham. You should find, and I'm so ashamed about this. There's a great interview he does with Woody Allen, right? Where Woody Allen's being the atheist Jim, and Billy Graham is talking, and it's a real conversation. And again, what I saw that in that picture of Billy Graham and Woody Allen is the love coming out of Billy Graham, right? And like the bitter emptiness coming out of Woody Allen. I mean, it's really true. At least I can find this. I mean, just so much grace, right? Here we go. I'll grab that in a second. Let's play more of this.
Inspiration to millions and millions of people. Our prayers are with his wonderful wife, Eric, and his beautiful children. Fantastic people they are. We miss him greatly, yet I have no doubt that Charlie's voice and the courage he put into the hearts of countless people, especially young people, will live on. I'm pleased to announce that I will soon be awarding Charlie Kirk posthumously the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The date of the ceremony will be announced, and I can only guarantee you one thing, that we will have a very big crowd.
That's for damn sure. And you know, listen, I think this has really hit Trump hard. He knows he wouldn't be president without Charlie Kirk, and I think he genuinely loved Charlie Kirk. I really do. But I think he's being very presidential, and he's showing backbone and strength for the country, right? And leadership, real genuine leadership. Here, what's it? Let's see if I can find that Woody Allen thing. Oh, here it is.
Next guest is a very charming and
let's just get to Billy Graham.
It's very nice to be with you, Woody, and I'd like to say that there's some things I don't agree with you on.
I know, but it's a question of which one of us will be converted by the time. I hope I can convert you to agnosticism by the time the show is over.
Well, I've had a lot of people try, and the more they try, the firmer I get in my conviction.
Can I ask you what your favorite commandment is?
Well, right now, with a lot of teenagers, it's to honor thy father and thy mother.
Really? That's my least favorite commandment.
Hey, this is nicer than I remember, right? Woody Allen's not being a dick. I'm glad about that.
Well, I have 5 children and 3 grandchildren. And I believe all of them follow that commandment. I think they honor their father and their mother. Now, that doesn't mean that they always agree with their father and their mother, but to honor them, to love them, to respect them. I certainly did my parents, and if I didn't, I got it.
Did you?
I really got it.
It's funny. I'm saving up my money as I get a little successful in show business, and when I get a little bit older, I'm going to put my parents in a home.
That's very good. I hope it'll be in a home with you.
No.
It's like, no. I'm much worse than you think.
Are there any questions?
But again, I think I see the same thing, that love of people coming out, Billy Graham, right? I really thought of that. I think maybe that is a good comparison, right? But again, look at these, and this is just incredible, right? This moment. I think they were genuine friends. They were genuine friends with J.D. Vance carries his coffin. Like the vice president of the United States doing this for you, and it's like, and it's not overblown at all. You wonder why your luggage takes so long coming out from the airplane. This is how they do it. Again, there's so much beauty. I'm sorry that's come out of this, right? There's so much beauty, right, out of this absolute evil darkness, right? Let's see one last thing from Trump. Where was it? Don't.
We fix this country. How do we come back together?
I'll tell you something that's going to get me in trouble, but I couldn't care less. The radicals on the right oftentimes are radical because they don't want to see crime. They don't want to see crime.
Worried about the border.
They're saying, we don't want these people coming in. We don't want you burning our shopping centers. We don't want you shooting our people in the middle of the street. The radicals on the left are the problem. And they're vicious, and they're horrible, and they're politically savvy. Although they want men and women sports, they want transgender for everyone, they want open borders. The worst thing that happened to this country, because I've already solved inflation, costs are down. Look.
I tell you, I love Trump loving himself, right? It always makes me laugh. No inflation. No, we finished with that. No more things.
At energy costs, you're going to have $2 gasoline pretty soon. I've solved just about every problem. The worst thing that
I've solved just about every problem. See, I love this shit. The leftists hate it, right? Absolutely hate it. And every bit fiber of their being.
That happened to our country is when we let 25 million people in, many of which, and I say 80%, should not be in our country.
Right. Again, I'm calling it out as it is. I think this has been a major cultural shift has happened, right? A major cultural turning point, which is where we are right now. And you know, look, again, I believe in God, right? I believe in God, so I see things that seem to be disparate, right? But I think are united, because I think the increasing of good, right, of love of God, of love of each other, right, of empathy, of caring, of seeing evil for what evil is. And evil is when you just have no empathy whatsoever, and dance on this and lie about. Again, what an incredibly good, decent human being that Charlie Kirk was, right? I think we've seen a lot of things, but I think that's shifting things big time, right? Because I wouldn't have thought we would ever see scenes like this, you know, in London. It's especially over the last couple of years, we've seen we've seen all these these marches through London with Palestinian flags. We've seen London and yes, London become a shithole for it, and the British have said enough already. Right, enough of it. So Tommy Robertson, a figure who was persona non grata, right? This is wait, is this from the march? That can't be from March because they put the flags up, right? He had an incredibly successful march, incredibly unifying march. Let me see it 1 second. I got a bunch of clips here. Yeah, it's huge, right? Huge, where the British public came out. And they said very clearly to their overlords what it is they want, right? And look at this. It's incredible, and I think they're connected, right? I don't think we could have got this kind of breakthrough, even though it was planned. I just don't think. I think it was. I just don't think the cultural climate was there in any way, shape, or form. Wait, what's this one? right? And I think this stuff is genuinely like incredibly good. Where is this? What's this one? Here, another picture. And I do hope it means that Nigel Farage will be too left wing to be the next prime minister, right? I think that'll be fantastic. And they lie about this as well. Just look how many there are. Again, people who just have had enough. People are also, and I think the reason why they're having success expressing themselves now, where they haven't for so many years, right? It's fantastic. Now, why is this so good? Because it has the establishment. It has the wokies. It has them terrified. Again, what's their first attack? The magic words of power. Tommy Robinson's a racist. He's deplorable. He must be removed from society completely. Right? Really? You think so? Right? Well, that isn't working out too well for you, is it? And they are terrified by it. Right? Terrified by it in a way they haven't been terrified before because they know it's over. Right? I believe it's over because of the unity and love and the outpouring of love for each other and for God. I've said that more than once, right? Has made this sort of thing incredibly possible, right? Possible. Here, where's the clip I want to play? Hang on. Oh yeah, doink. But here, look at the film.
Alarming aspect of the event was just how normal the vast majority of the marches were. I spent an hour or two amongst them, and
I know you're terrified because you have spent the last 20 years saying these are far-right thugs who are racist. They're not.
My own impression was that they were mostly the sort of people you'd meet in a country pub or in half-time queue for the loo at football or at a concert. There was a sprinkling of black and brown faces, and the event was brought to a close by a gospel group singing Jerusalem. All that must worry the traditional mass parties, Labour.
Finally, they're starting to work it out. Labour's done, Tories are done. Come on, Rupert Lowe, take out Nigel Farage. I would love it to be between Rupert Lowe and Nigel Farage at the next election. Oh, my God. Look, thing is, I kind of like Nigel Farage, even though on a personal level, even though I'm not personally friends with him, I kind of like Nigel Farage. He's very personable, right? I think Rupert Lowe will be better.
And Conservatives, now polling at less than 40% between them. They're draining support to parties like Reform and the Greens. And yet...
Greens aren't going anywhere, baby. Reform's the one you need to be worried about.
A man recently out of jail, condemned as an extremist thug...
By you, by your class, by your ilk.
By most mainstream media outlets.
We're saying the same thing, yes. That's why most mainstream media outlets get less viewers, right, than the Lotus Eaters, right? You're over. You know, it's like Doctor Who, right? Doctor Who, they thought they could just put, they could platform any ideology of it whatsoever, and we'll just go, it's Doctor Who, so we're going to accept it. No, we didn't, right? And then you use your magic words of power to say, oh, racist, 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 bigot, 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 sexist, sexist, sexist. Worked for a while, didn't it? Not anymore. Now Doctor Who's cancelled, isn't it? It's gone, it's dead, it's buried.
Can rally a demo the size of the entire population of Cambridge or Blackpool. A feat you couldn't imagine either Sir Keir Starmer or Kemi Badenoch pulling off anytime soon.
That's true.
Perhaps the people are sending us all a message. Let's see if anyone...
Yes, they've been doing it for the last 15 years, you dumb fuck. Get rid of the fucking illegal immigrants and get rid of all the immigrants for that matter. Look, I mean, or bring immigration down to normal. I would say anybody who has become a citizen over the last 20 years, if they have been a net drain to the economy, their citizenship should be revoked. Right? It's that simple, right? Just revoked and bye-bye. We tried it, but didn't work. Fuck the bye-bye.
At Westminster's listening.
But of course, you want to see the real wailing and gnashing of tears, right? Then we'll get to the chat. And again, I think the cultural pendulum is swinging, because I think God is swinging in our direction, in the direction that we want to go in, the direction that will make all of us happier and better, right? Because again, this outpouring of unity and love, right? With this shared mourning, right? A shared mourning across the world, and again, so many people turning to God, right? I think it's beautiful, right? Again, I'm sorry if you're not religious, right? And I'm like Bible thumping away. And I'm not judging you in any way, shape, or form. Genuinely, I'm not. I just saying I think it's beautiful, right? I think it's beautiful. And of course, the evil people of the world think it's the worst thing ever. Exhibit A. Paul Mason.
Seeing here is probably the biggest far-right demonstration ever.
It's not far right. You're a lying cunt. It's not far right. Right? It's not far right. It's people saying that your immigration policy is fucked and failing. Right? Women can't walk the streets safely anymore. You can't mass import people from foreign cultures that have no respect for women whatsoever. Right? I'm sorry. We the British public say no. Right? No, far fucking right. That's what it is. Far right. You dumb fuck.
Held in Britain, and I've been among this crowd, and I think it's obvious that many of the people here are wearing our flag as a badge of their own white identity.
No, not their white identity, their British identity. Their British identity. You can be any skin color and be British. I know. I grew up in that world, right? I had black friends, I had brown friends, I had white friends, I had yellow friends. Nobody gave a shit, and that was the 80s, you fuckwit moron, right? Nobody gave a shit, right? And they were all British. They were all British, and it didn't matter the skin color.
And as a mark of hatred of our multicultural, multinational society.
Yeah, no, we do hate it because it's fucked. It's failed completely. Again, Britain is a crime-ridden shithole where it is not safe for Jews or women, men either, to walk the fucking streets. Your multicultural experiment has been a failure, as we always told you it will be a failure, because the cultures you're bussing in hate you, right? They have no respect for women whatsoever, and less for Jews and less for gays, right? It's a fucking failure. They hate it because it hasn't worked, and that's why you call them far right, right? And look at him. Look at it's like ashes in his mouth.
No, there are more progressive people than this. What this is
like, again, words of power fell, move to lies, right? Move to lies. There were millions of people there. I mean, there was, I think, over 1 million. Oh no, like, what was the numbers? It was like crazy. The counter protest was tiny. Right. They were swamped.
Is the radicalized mass base of the Reform Party?
No, the radicalized mass base is of the Labour councils and the police departments that allowed the mass Muslim rape gangs to go on. Right, that were racist and raped little white girls. Right, because they thought they're dirty sluts because they're not Muslim and they don't wear the hijab. Right. They're the radicalist one. I don't see Tommy Robinson getting making white rape gangs. And you know why? Because British culture looks down upon that thing, whereas Afghani culture doesn't. Right? It's just reality. You're a lying fuck. And his next step will be violence. Right? They'd use their words of power. Then they try and they fail. Then they use their lies and they fail. Next thing it is a bullet in the fucking neck. Right? And that's the only thing the left go. Because again, look at the twisted fucking remains of reality after the left has trawled through it. Then it doesn't matter what they trawled through. Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, Britain. Right? It doesn't matter what they fucking trawl through. They turn it to shit. Right? Everything they touch, they turn to shit. And it's like, it's amazing how much shit they can, how many things they can just turn to shit.
Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true. It's true. Look at what's happening.
Yeah, look at what's happened. And he hates it. Oh, far right. Oh, radical. You fuckwit. You lying moron fuckwit.
The Tories. Most people here would...
Oh, there's some Tories. There aren't any fucking Tories left. You know, that ridiculous cartoon villain made. Oh, fucking Tories. They were more, they were way too left-wing. That's why they're out of fucking power. Wasn't a Labour victory. It was a Tory loss, and they're never coming back. Fuckwits. The only way they're coming back is if they make Rupert Lowe their leader.
They voted Tory, some might have voted Labour, but this is by and large a plebeian
working class. Oh, let me hear more of your dripping disdain for your fellow working class people.
Working class, explicitly racist.
They're not explicitly racist. You're a lying fucking cunt. Right? Lying cunt. How are they explicitly racist? I don't care what skin color somebody is if they have rape gangs, right? They could be purple. I don't care. I don't like rape fucking gangs, right? Especially racist ones. Explicitly racist. They're not.
Demonstration, and I'm afraid to say it will very likely descend into violence.
And it didn't.
When it gets to Whitehall.
No, what's going to happen is you have lost the culture. You have lost the culture, and you lost the culture because of the shot heard around the world, because of Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk was such an exemplary person. A genuinely exemplary person that and he in his death, he exposed you and your entire ilk for the disgusting, immoral filth that you are, right? And they are disgusting, immoral filth. Speaking of disgusting, immoral filth, let's get to the chat. That's one of my best segues of all time, ladies and gentlemen. I am very, very happy with myself, if I may say so. Anyway, I'm also happy about myself for this this fabulous thumbnail. How can I make the Charlie Kirk death and I think the cultural change that was going through sexy? Well, firstly, you add Sydney Sweeney to it. I mean, Sydney Sweeney with an apple pie. It doesn't get any better than that. For all the miserable, purple-haired, angry weirdos out there, did you enjoy your time of cultural and political dominance? Because it's over. We all see through you. You riot and loot when you don't get your own way. You burn Teslas and wanted to murder Elon Musk. You did murder Charlie Kirk and celebrated it, right? And now your time is over. And your time is over, but again, it's a wonderful piece of animation, if I may say so. Sydney, I mean, how can you get any better? Oh, lean forward, honey. I just a face and body made for AI, exemplary. I think we'll get the top 2 magazine. I mean, again, I haven't looked at it this month, right? Really? Maybe we'll probably get to the woke culture. Because again, they've been melting down big time since this. I mean, like really melting down. Again, I think they're like lambs in an abattoir, right? They know it's over. Fine, hour and a half in. Let's get to chat. PD Rich is here. PD Rich has Archer Collin. James is here. How you doing, James? Cynthia Mention is here. James says it's not even a Superman, but it's weird he's gone. It is. Well, it's so recent, right? Still got my YouTube. I know. It's really weird. Clay I. Davis is here praying for the families of Iranians of Charlie Kirk and the survivors of 9/11. Yeah, absolutely. A large number of people, as Archer Collins says, a large number of people have, as Heinlein put it, resigned from the human race. Well, that's what that lengthy segment was about. Archer Collins said the woke left wolf clearly never learned a lesson from the boy who cried wolf. This has destroyed them, right? This has destroyed them. Then are we forgetting Godwin's Law? Aya, what's that? Judge Rinder's right. I don't know who he is either. Harry the Clown was a Democrat thing. I know. Oh, man. To be fair, says Archer Collin, I suspect that a lot of them are not necessarily lying. They're just misinformed. But no, they're belligerently misinformed, right? They will not back down. Even when I showed the guy the actual Charlie Kirk quote, that he didn't say he hated empathy, right? he then just forgot about it and would refuse to re-engage with that, right? I mean, I think that's a major, and okay, it's amazing. They say because the shooter was right, he's obviously a right wing. These people are all out of their mind, right? They're all out of their mind. My YouTube has a channel, has a worship playlist, doesn't it? Well, that's very cool. Got a synth to mention. Very responsible language, says Robert Payne, by the Democrat left of over years. Exactly. And trying to get them to own that. Forget that. They never will. It's just amazing how much they can lie. Right. Stephen Braddock is here. Peter Rich says, well, we all knew we were going to eventually. They're just very immoral people, but everybody knows it now. Archer Collins says, we don't want to live in a world where cancel culture is a thing, but they do. So it's just, they are just giving them what they want. Well, again, the justice of it, the divine justice of it, just works so well for me, right? OG is here. How you doing? What's so weird about Kirk's death was that happened so close to September 11th. I felt that too. It looks like one-day periods are a bunch of charlatans. Yes, they are. Right? Yes, they are. And there's so many people so full of shit. And honestly, again, I think this is part of the divine plan, right? That the falsehood that people have wrapped themselves in. And I see this happening not just here, but in many ways, has been shattered, right? I think absolutely shattered. And they're in denial about it, but that's what's happened, right? That's entirely what's happened. Fine, whizzing through the chat. As I think either Az or Will of the fans pointed out, set up a camera support. 2, set up camera phones. 3, press record. 4, go nuts. Edit and upload. Right? I don't. Always good advice. I just not sure what that's about. There must be something going on in the chat. What am I up to? Fine. David Mullen is here. Attacks on Robinson, sure, but does that compare to Starmer, Mendelsohn, Rayner? No. Again, I like far right fuckery. He lied. Right, far right, Kronos Godwise is there. By the way, Kronos Godwise, your avatar reminded me. I'm really liking Disney Plus right now. Right, that I've got my love back for Star Wars. I forgot they got all new Futurama on. There's a whole 2 seasons I haven't seen. Right, and American Dad. So I'm quite, and also King of the Hill. Far right compared to what? Right. It's funny how Trevor Blitz was trying to act that middle ground of like, well, he can see where the tectonic plates are shifting, can't they? Right? Absolutely. I also pray for those all those loving people, Israel and the US and the UK. Can anybody who has a heart of gold thank God for the space appreciate your rabbi? Well, thank you very much. Doesn't matter understand what democracy is. Yes, and he hates it. Doctor, yeah, I'm nearly there. When I finish the chat, I'm getting close. You came at the right time, David Butler. You came at absolute right time. Stephen Andrews here. As I reached my conclusion about Tommy Robinson, so I messaged him and told him he should be proud of himself. Very good for you, sir. Very good for you. Unite the United Kingdom. I think it's a very good idea. Actually, the says the point that they have to take a number of steps in order to make it authentically nuts video. So it's all performative. Yeah, you're so right there. Right, you're so right there. Speaking of performative or bad ideas. Okay, I was going to say, Sydney, you've done us proud, Donny. Done us proud. Let us finally move on to Doctor Who magazine. Okay, so I'll do the toxic fandom thing on Tuesday's show. What an insane idea this is. Right, and yeah, here's the thing: the reaction from it, I'm from toxic fandom, right, online. Like Dan put out a tweet saying, "Well, this is a dumb idea, right?" I would love to know the actual figures of fandom, like how many people like this, how many people don't like this. Normally, I'm much more charitable. I think, well, probably like 20-30% like it. I bet it's even a teeny tiny percentage. And they essentially like chased away most of the fandom. Look, I'm sorry. She was awful as the Doctor, And the scripts were, generally speaking, awful as well. They got better as they went along, and she got better as she went along. But even at her best, she was awful, right? Absolutely awful in this illegitimate era. And most people view it illegitimate, right? Let's see. Jason Quinn. Okay, welcome to this. I started wondering if there's really if time is speeding up. It seems like just months ago, since the teaser trailer 13, walking through the trees, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. That was probably the best bit, when the teaser trailer. So what is in this? Oh God, the creation of who? This is such cringe. This is like like cringe to the extreme. I don't know how much Doctor Who magazine has left in it, right? Because Dan put out a thing saying this looks shit, right? This absolute shit. This issue, but he said it in a nicer way than that. And there were so many meltdowns. I mean, look at this again. Why are you appealing to like 3% of the market? Because you want to pretend it's 100% the market, right? You don't have to. This look, don't my interest in this book. This one actually looks quite good. The Art of Time Travel. But there's gonna have a bunch of Jodie stuff in it. So, right? It does look nicer. DVD files. Rusty Davis. I mean, if he's dealing with stuff that was like before the Jodie era, although was this what was that one? Do you think? Sight of the Daleks. I don't know. Ark returns home. What Ark? Riverside Studio screening of the first Doctor of the Ark was recorded there. Oh, okay, fine. It was on 4th of October. I hope these things are really quite good, right? The Vampire Plants, read by John Kosh and Matthew Woodhouse. That's the BBC Audio. I really am thinking of getting to subscription to Audible because I am so not interested in Big Finish right now. I was going to get the Sherlock Holmes reader, and I said to myself, why? Like, why? Like, is it? I'll probably illegally download the first episode. If it's good, I'll subscribe. But like, why? Man, this is cool. That's a nice bit of work. What we got here? Shooting in the West End right now. Wait, because he was so tired, Dane Doctor, but now he's got his second win. Or maybe he was just fired because he was shit. The cast writer and director of Born with Teeth discuss the play here. Don't care. If the issue's epic cover is enough, here Jodie Whittaker talking about her latest project on this morning. Okay, Michael Roseman chats with David Tennant about Hamlet, Broadchurch. And of course, Doctor Who. John Culture on his love and admiration of Capaldi here. Yeah, that's good, right? We looked at that last week. That actually is very good. And I might well be interested in John Culture 12th Doctor box set. Depending, right? Depending. Did you spot the TARDIS in Star Trek Stranger Worlds? Yes, they did. I haven't seen the last episode yet, but they say there's a hint of a crossover. What's this? The Data Mission. Ecky thump. I think we're all agreed from that our little fan works really well and we all get on. Okay, this dialogue's way better than Chibnall. Well, that's true, Doc, but no time for buts, Graham. I think it's time we had an extended fam and bring in a new dynamic to TARDIS. Yeah, but them, no family is perfect, Yaz. Right, you two, stop squabbling. I mean, I hope they all get killed. By her. Yes, that's actually very, very reminiscent of the Jodie Whittaker Doctor. How can I get us all killed by being a moron and preening myself and being woke? Oh, there you go. Oh, we'll get a Tim Shaw. Oh, yes, a terrifying Tim Shaw. And Dalek and Cyberman Companion. Oh, God. That's a custom for Jackie, I think. And I got that one that came out. Fantastic. Okay, I'm glad he enjoyed. I mean, yeah, I'm glad he enjoyed it. It was okay. I'll be frank. It was okay. It wasn't that great. Everyone, Heartstring, we all fucking hated her. Like literally, we all hated her. She was epically awful. I mean, I just unbelievably bad as a Doctor, right? Had no clue. I mean, look at this. Really? It's okay. You can only be cutesy if you can be strong as well, and you couldn't be strong. Like your confrontations were weak, right? Weak and sad. Okay, Jesse. Okay, where's Jody? Jack Thorne. Okay. Fine. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Ecky Thump. Yeah. No, you're just shit. I'm sorry. So okay, we got to do. They're going to do this on the show this month. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's interviewed by Ben Cook. So he's a good interviewer, but what a dude! He had a meltdown on Twitter like you wouldn't believe. You thought I found the one doctor that makes me look slightly less shit. That's true. That is true. Oh my god, who would have thought shooting Gatwa would actually be worse? So how many pages does this get through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Okay, fine. That's coming at some point. That's coming. I got to go to myself. Oh, is it still going? What's it? Oh no, 6. Disillusion of Time. Well, this looks kind of dull. Not interested in any of that. 8. Blimey, it goes on. 10. 12. 13 pages. Fuck me. Fuck me. Well, we might skim it. Jordy Whittaker. What's it? There's more. It's going on. The 13. Fuck me. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is like, she has never put that much thought into the 18 pages. 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 pages out of 85. Are you crazy? Now you got a Christian one. That's something we got to go to. Oh, this actually might be funnier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's much more doable. Up me, 20 pages. How to build a Dalek. Well, these people don't. I tell you. Look, hang on, what's that? Who's getting contact? Anything important? Oh, I'm just getting salacious pictures of Billy Gibson. Looking very hot as always. Well done, Millie. That is an attractive woman. Doink. Well, you know, someone went to the trouble to send it to me. I think I should share it with you. So it certainly makes reading this issue of Doctor Who magazine. This issue of Doctor Who magazine is shockingly bad. Man, it's actually worse than expectations, right? Yeah, 1 second. Where is this? Hang on. We'll be back with you in a minute when we can stomp. Oh my god. Like it's like they should have just made that a special. Like what? Why make it part of the regular run? Right? That is absolutely crazy. Also, share screen. I forgot what I was doing. I got momentarily confused. It happens. Of course, a bit of Millie Gibson accent. And, oh god, she's come on. Oh, okay, Millie. I bet she's eating something nice as well. Man. Oh, and they didn't, and she wasn't sexy for 1 minute in Doctor Who. Right, not for the male gaze. Oh no. Oh, Ecky Thump. That would just be wrong. What is this? I kind of recognize this. Above to David today. Oh, that's him. Made a model Dalek, right? Oh, good for you, David. Time space visualizer. Who's doing what? I am intrigued. Paddington musical. Bonnie Langford's in it. I bet she's good. I love the passion that Bonnie Langford puts into pretty much everything, right? Teddy Kempner, Shakespeare's Mistress, Louise Johnson, one-woman show for 2 nights only. I bet that's good. Oh, I bet that. Why don't she do an audio version on Big Finish? I will buy that. Alex going to Strictly Come Dancing. Mandic got to play Diane Fry in Cooper and Fry. How she gets work is beyond me. But okay, good for her. Lenny Rush will lead the cast of The Reluctant Vampire for the BBC. give that one a miss. Based on Eric Morecambe's book of the same name, when Val is faced with his own reflection, he realizes he isn't undead, and he has to find who he really is. Rush is currently filming A Woman on Saturday. Again, the world's gone mad. Really? To play Louisiana playing Muriel in Echoes, a short film that's currently being crowdfunded via Kickstarter, written by James Mortimer. Okay, fine, don't really care. Michelle Gomez is Professor McDonald in Harry Potter. I might well get a subscription. Right? I remember this. I remember this ad very well. I think they used a 7 Starlink to make the ad. Right? Doctor Who Day, right? It was incredibly cheap, but really kind of good and fun. Right? I got that as well, Absalom Dark. And it came with a flexi disc for the Slaves of Cain. It wasn't very good, right? It wasn't very good at all. You ham-fisted bun vendor. This issue, we focus on the third Doctor's longest-standing assistant. Does Christian Dornack dare say a word against her? I don't know who Christian Dornack is, but okay. The artwork has definitely improved by the on the comic strip, but how much longer are they going to have shooty stuff? I wonder. All right, is this a lot? I mean, I don't know. Dr. Anakin Benjamin 1 digital. Oh, I might get that as well. Who's writing this one? Read by Sophie Allwood, written by Adam Christopher. Do not know who that is. This I might get. This actually looks kind of fun. I wonder how much that is. Is there a link to it? But again, yeah, I might get subscription to Audible just for the stuff. How much is that one? How? The Doctor Who annual compendium. Here, we'll go to Amazon. Oh, Audible. It's the Doctor Who annual compendium. So $20 or free with a subscription. 11 hours of entertainment. That's darn good. Like, what's in there as a question? Man, 11 hours. For $20. Again, big finish, mate. You chose the wrong time to go shit. And honestly, I'm much more interested in the Dr. Alex stuff. Fact or Fiction, Death in Heaven. Yeah, it didn't really work, sadly. Great on paper. Just a complete... a lot didn't work. The Cyber Danny Pink didn't work. The Cyber Brigadier didn't work. What's his name from... Who is it? The It Crowd. Chris from Thick of It. None of that. It was great on paper, just none of it really worked. When is this coming out? Does it have a due date yet? Oh, look. Did you say Jew? Amazon.com. I will do co.uk. Doctor Who. The collection. Season 13. No. Yeah, season 30. It's not. Is that out? No, there's no date for it yet. I mean, like, when is it? It's not even. They haven't even got a date for it yet. When Blake Sevensley's got a date, November 10th. Like, when's it coming out? I don't know. Like, it's weird they got the review of it and it's not out, right? Man, I'm so glad I didn't get this David Bradley First Doctor thing. Like, I'm really kind of pissed off about that. Instead, they're going like making it all what's the name? Not Pertwee, Cushing-esque, not in the slightest. In fact, it ties very closely to the William Hartnell era, with a recast meddling monk. These books are normally quite good. These books on tape. The Return of the Doctor. Yeah, go away. What's this? Doctor and Loch Ness Monster. Who's he meeting with now? And a musician called Fela Kuti is playing at Hammersmith. Miss Smith isn't sure if she likes the music or anything. I don't know. Like really? They really thought him coming out in a dress at the end would be like heroic, right? Who's buying this? Although the artwork in the comic strip looks quite a bit better, unless it's a photo strip, right? And why, like, what's with the wig? Why not put her in a miniskirt and heels? Like, what is wrong with these people? Oh no, we don't want people to be, somehow enjoy normative sex. No, that'll be bad. What's this? What's this one? The collector's set, but what are these? The 21st century Eve of the Dalek. Eve of the Dalek. Oh, that's the Chris Chibnall one. Fuck off, leave me alone. Eve of the Dalek. Or was it Revolution of the Dalek? Yeah, you still got me for Alaxion, but man, Big Fitness, you were on thin ice with me. Again, look at this queer shit. Oh man, oh my god, she's a good writer. Just I'm glad that she got the work. But like, fucking hell. Fifth Doctor and Melinda witness a meteor shower. Why is Beth Axford's picture there? Well, she's just interviewing her. Man, that girl is a narcissist beyond belief, right? I mean, unless did she write this? Like, why is a picture there? Oh no, she actually wrote it. 3-4. Okay, even more reason why I wouldn't get it. Go away. Eighth Doctor, fine. Bernie Sonnenfeld, I don't know. Ninth Doctor moments. That'd be interesting to go over. Wondrous Stories. I wonder what that is. New collection of short stories retells dozens of Doctor's adventures through Missy Age of Fairy Tale. We knew the fifth. Okay, I'm not interested. Sadly. And again, I wouldn't buy anything today because they're going to put current Doctors in it, right? Paul's taking the Timeless Children. The Mother's Tale is quite stunning. Bye. Check, please. I'm off. Good luck selling that. That's a nice illustration. Oh, Paul Weiss. That looks very old school. That looks very old school fanzine. Doctor chock full of sinister duplicates. What is it, wonders Gary Gillett, that makes them all so unsettling? I don't know. So into the Black Archive. Are we talking about fucking shooting up the arse? Right? It feels that way. Giant double-sided wall chart. Of what? I don't understand. Head back to 2006 for the complete Series 2 production notes. 32-page supplement. Okay, another one, I guess. Instead of Hitmakers, Doctor 2, Robert Shearman took Daleks. Well, okay, but like, I don't understand what the wall chart is. What's it charting? I don't know. I have no idea what they're talking about. I've literally no idea what they're talking about. So, okay. Is this issue of Doctor Who magazine a recommend? It's not a recommend. Holy shit. How much is this? £8, right? $17. Let's see how many pages I would read. I mean, not really. Not really. No. I mean, I'm on page 16. I haven't wanted to read one page yet. No. I mean, I want to read this interview because it's, they're going to lie all the fucking time. Like, oh, we did such a great job over 3 years. We had a 3 undone outpack. No, you fucking didn't, you lying cunts. No. That was a good cliffhanger. There were a lot of good cliffhangers in Flux, but they're awful. Look at this. I mean, really? What's that name of that movie? Happy Jack. It was a fake movie from... what's that? What's the name of that? Goes full retard. Happy Jack, full retard. Tropic Thunder. That's it. Let's see if I can find a bit. Here it is. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. Twink. There you go. Simple Jack, right? Where he goes full retard. Never go full retard. You went full retard, darling. That's full retard. Okay, I'm still looking for a... I mean, look at this. Look how shit she... I mean, even when she's not being the Doctor. I do like seeing her before and after everybody found out she was awful as a Doctor. Right? I mean, you can really tell the difference. Like, okay, this is after. This is before. Oh, like you thought they threw out, they forced a go out on stage with me because everybody loves me. No, they don't. No, they don't. They do not. No. I mean, I'm going to, okay, fine. I will be covering this on the stream. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay. For one, I would read one page. I would read even not on screen because that's my era, 1990. So 1, no. I mean, the answer most important, impressive thing. No. Yes. 2 pages. 3, I guess. 4. Yes. Fuck me. This is a lot. Okay. 4 pages thus far. 5. There's 5 pages I would read here. And another 5 I will cover. Yeah. Fuck me. Holy shit. Next week's call is $10.99. Holy shit. So again, I would love to see the sales figures, right? I'd love to see the sales figures of the Jodie Doctor Who. I would just like to know if they're actually, if they have any, right? Like, I would really love to know the reality. Next issue, no idea. I don't think they have any idea either, quite frankly. So Dave Mullen, people forget how awful she was to fans in the early days, and people forget how awful her fans were, which I don't forget that. Dave Mullen said, D. Lions drift from a parallel Earth where the last 8 years Doctor have been a huge success, and a series in very rude health. That's why it looks and reads so straight. It does, doesn't it? Complete Bizarroville, right? The old episode of Star Trek Karney is out. I listened to episode 1. I got to review that, right? There's a few things I got to review. I got to review that. Peacemaker, Alien Earth. Right, we'll do that before the chat on Tuesday, right? Then we got to cover the Toxic Fandom meltdown about hearing reality about Jodie Whittaker. Again, honestly, it took a year to happen. But if you remember, my prediction for this year, right, this time last year, this was before the election, right, was this is the year the fiction is going to hit the reality, right, and the fiction is going to shatter. And that's really happened. That's happened. And it's like now we're nearly at the end of the year, because again, the Jewish New Year is next week, or week about 10 days, right? That's essentially the deal, right? So next year, I think it is the year where reality is back, where the fiction's back is broken. Yeah, my fervent wish is that we are able to bring a messianic era and a resurrection of the dead, and all the people from October 7th come back. All the people, Charlie Kirk comes back, it'd be fantastic, right? We can dance together. It was released to begrudge Robert Barnett for calling Secret Hideout out on their shit. I thought he liked it. It was only released to begrudge Robert. I thought Robert Barnett liked it, didn't he? And it was okay. I tell you, It wasn't bad, but you really appreciate the quality of like Big Finish though when you listen to like not Big Finish, because it's much more simplistic, right? It really is. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to head off in the sunset. I am cream crackered. I am beyond cream crackered. I have to go and crawl into bed. I've got to be up early. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. My prayer service now, instead of starting at 7:15, now starts at 6:55 for the next, 2 weeks. So I'm going to bed, right? For me, it's coming up to 9 o'clock. I want to be in bed by 9:30. I want to be zedding away by 9:45. That'll be double dozy. I'm not sure if I'm even going to put out any content tomorrow, right? I might make the Charlie Kirk video. Right, because that's really what we spent most of the day on, right? Maybe I'll have finished listening to the first Doctor box set from 6 months ago. I don't know, from Big Finish. Who knows what they're through? Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hit the end broadcast, but I'm going to hit it again. Say good night. Good luck.